Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the first video in my Fallout 76 Surveyal series. I'm starting this series because the game world is going to be changing, and unlike the other Fallouts, which have had generally static worlds, this one's going to change fairly dramatically. That's not to say that previous Fallouts haven't had some changes to their worlds, but you could always reload an old save and see the world exactly as it was. That's not going to be the case anymore with Fallout 76. With the Wastelanders DLC or update coming up, the world's going to be changing dramatically, at least in some areas. Now, I don't know specifically what those areas are yet, and so I'm going to be making this surveil for the entirety of the map. We're starting here at the West Virginia Lumber Company, here at the top left corner of the map. Yes, I did just recently die here when I decided to go AFK for a minute. So yeah, this is going to be the first site, and I'm going to be going through every region of the map: the forest, Toxic Valley, the Ash Heap, the Savage Divide, the Mire, and the Cranberry Bog, from the top left to the bottom right. And because this is the top left of the forest here, we're going to be starting here. So, the West Virginia Logging Company site is in the forest. Like I said before, it is the northwestmost corner of the map. So of all the sites, this is actually the northwestmost. Along with that, it's hugging the Ohio River here on its side. You can, well, you can't really make it out from here, but if we look at the map, there it is. That's the Ohio River right there. So, this site is usually filled with super mutants. I killed them when I was coming in here. I think one of them killed me when I was AFK, but anyway. So, there are two types of collectibles here. There are 2 bobbleheads and 2 magazines. Now, of course, these things do not always spawn every single time, so we'll find the ones that we can, and the ones that we can't, I'll show you the general location of where I think they're supposed to spawn. There are 4 types of crafting stations here: armor crafting station, some chemistry crafting stations, a power armor station, and a tinkering station. And because this is a lumber yard, the main junk component you're going to find here is wood. You see all this wood all over the place. There is a lot of wood here. So, let's start taking a look at the site. And basically, along with just giving you a general idea of what you would find here if you were going through the game to play it, this is also just a good way to get some visual look at the place, so that if it does change, then we have an idea of what it once looked like. So we'll check out this structure here with these 2 silos. I can't say I know exactly what this would be for, but again, see, you got lots of wood piles here. If you need wood, this is a good site to come to. Of course, effectively any lumber mill would be. So yeah, a lot of dead bodies and meat boxes here. Not meat boxes, what's the proper term for it? Meat bags? Well, okay, so yeah, we got some good loot in some of these things. Not that that was particularly good loot, but I found some piles of stim packs lying around. So, let's see. Here we have a rail line coming through. You can see that the bridge over the Ohio here is broken. There's a water wheel here. And it's a little bit strange because it seems like a lot of the tech here is actually fairly old. But yeah, you can see super mutant decorations. You can find raider corpses and settler corpses, which tells me that we don't really know who controlled this area before the super mutants came through. Meat bags all over the place, those meat boxes, bones. That's another thing. If you're looking for a bone, this is a good place to come. Again, I killed more super mutants in here. So, there's supposed to be a magazine that spawns in here. Now, I didn't find it specifically when I was coming through here before. Oh, there's still a super mutant here. I guess I missed this room here. Okay, and we got a generator with a fusion core, so we'll grab that. Here's the steamer trunk for the site. Got some stim packs. Loose screws and a combination wrench. I always take screws now. Some duct tape up there. I guess I can grab that. But yeah, like I was saying, corpses, meat bags, bones, and wood all over the place. Got some brain fungus on the wall, but I don't really need that at the moment. Here's a chemistry station. We got a lathe here, or a mill, actually. That's a mill, not a lathe. Okay. Let's head upstairs here. Got a typewriter, I'll definitely take that. A cap stash, now I already did loot that. Should grab that boiled water. Anything else up here? There's a safe, I already opened this. Took out the little bit of stuff that I actually wanted. In fact, let's take that silver locket too, that's got some screws, I believe. And we get a nice little view of the site here. Now it's a bit of a foggy morning, so we don't have the greatest of view distance, but again, more wood up here on the roof. Coming out this way, we get more of a view of this side of the site. Again, more wood. We get some super mutant beds. I believe that's what these are. I've never really known, but that's what I've always assumed they are. More meat bags. There were shotgun shells next to this thing. I grabbed those already. This is a relatively low danger site because it is in the forest. But, I mean, there are still a lot of super mutants here. So, I mean, and a lot of super mutants here. I killed probably, I don't know, close to 20. So here we've got a Tinkerer's Bench. And this is, I think there's supposed to be a bobblehead that spawns somewhere in this building, although I did not find it the last time I was coming through here, just a few minutes ago, and again, I don't see it this time. We've got a medical supplies vending machine here. A lot of wood in here. Of course, I don't think you can loot these, no. There's an upstairs here as well. But this is a relatively low density area in terms of junk, but there's some aluminum here. I'll grab that. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Oh yes, a weapons crafting station here. Can head out this back door here, big propane tank. Now here's a another small building here at the back, and this I did find a bobblehead in. Right back here, behind this file cabinet. Again, I don't know if these things spawn in the exact same location every time, but this one's right here right now. I'll grab that. Got a mod there. I generally don't pick mods up just because I've had issues with them in the past. Besides which, I don't really need a ivory grip for a single action revolver. So yeah, we've got this big old red water tower back here. More super mutant artifacts here. It's a wooden fence up there on that hill. I need to check that out at some point. Lots and lots and lots of wood. Now there are these storage containers all over the site as well. You can always check inside them to see if you find anything you're looking for. That's some caps. More super mutant beds. Some cars here in this parking lot. We got a rail line running up here. Probably just... Oh, it actually curves around here. Okay. Let's see where that goes. Looks like this may just follow the river north. Ah, runs into a tunnel. We'll take a quick look at this. And let's drink some water. Alright, so we got some crashed, we got a crashed train obviously, but we got some broken open boxcars. Nothing really to find in them though. So we'll head back towards the West Virginia Lumber Company. And just because it's also at the site, let's take a quick look at that wooden fence up there. It's like some sort of palisade. Not sure what it's guarding the entrance to. Doesn't look like there's much of anything back here. But there's clearly the remains of something right here. So we got some silt beans growing right here. We have a phosphate deposit right there. Looks like maybe the remains of a small farm. But it is completely destroyed. We got, we got some cropland up here actually. Some wild corn, some potatoes, silt beans, all enclosed within this little fence. I believe that this would have been pre-war though, although there's no real way to tell. It has been 25 years since the world ended, so it very well could be that it was even something that was settled shortly after the war, but then eventually given up to the super mutants. But now we'll come in from this side. We got more storage containers here. Just for a little bit of orientation, this is that same rail line we followed out. Again, that structure up there was the one where we found the bobblehead. Okay. Oh, yeah, grab that. Thought it was just an empty IV bag. Not all storage containers are open. Alright, now we're closing in on the last few structures here. So we got some fuel there. Is that an aluminum canister? Yes. More fuel. Adjustable wrench. Combination wrench. Another adjustable wrench. Oh, was that a pencil? Pencil. Volatile materials box. I believe that's nuclear waste. Here we've got the we got 2 power armor chassis stations, including one with a piece of power armor in it. I'm gonna grab that fusion core. Okay. Let's see, we got a telephone and some other random little bits of junk. More junk. Ah, an aluminum canister. And some cans. And let's head upstairs. Got a fan. Some ammunition. I don't really use 38 though. Of course I could sell it at my shop. Although I have never used 38. It could well be someone out there has a good use for it. I simply don't. Stim pack. More wrenches. I'm not really low on adhesive at the moment. More screws. Cement. Yeah, let's take that. I am actually fairly low on concrete. Got an armor workbench here. More wrenches. Let's scrap some of that. And here's the last structure. It's also potentially the case that you could have a magazine spawn in this building, although I don't know specifically where, and it did not show up for me here. Now I got an explosives crate. Take those, shotgun shells, typewriter. Alright, Nuka-Cola cherry. And that's just about it. That's what we've got. That, see, now that also could potentially be a super mutant bed, so I'm not really sure if the tires all piled together are beds as well or what. But anyway, so I think that's just about it for this site. Now again, I'm going to be doing this for every site in the game. We're going to be going through it, seeing everything that it has to offer in terms of collectibles, enemies, that kind of stuff. But along with that, again, just getting a view of what the places look like, because they very well could change. The Morgantown Airport already has changed, and unfortunately I did not get a video of it like this beforehand. But hopefully we can prevent that from happening to any other site before any other changes happen. Although, there's no real telling when they might change something, because again, that Morgantown Airport change came in the middle of a patch that kind of mentioned it just as a footnote. So anyway, that should do it for this place. This has been the Irresolute Cartographer. If you want to see more videos in these series, then please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it. If you want to get notifications as to when they become available, hit the bell icon. If you got any comments or questions, send them to me. I'll try to get back to you. And I hope to see everybody again next time. Thanks for watching.